England were 15 minutes from one of the most abject humiliations in their World Cup history, until Harry Kane's late heroics helped them overcome DR Congo to face Mexico in the last 16. Kane scored twice to rescue England, as well as head coach Thomas Tuchel, who may not have survived a result that would have ranked alongside the last 16 defeat by Iceland at Euro 2016 and the loss to the United States at the 1950 World Cup as a national embarrassment. Instead, England's World Cup dream lives on as they head to Mexico City and into a nation alive with passion and football fever to face the co-hosts in the iconic surrounding of Azteca Stadium. England's win, however, did not cover cracks exposed regularly in this campaign, as well as obvious flaws in selection and performance. Kane and Jude Bellingham have been England's standout performers at this World Cup, contributing goals and world-class inspiration. The pair were both on target in Group L wins against Croatia and Panama. They were England's leading lights against DR Congo. It would help England in Tuchel's cause if others could come to the party. As good as Kane and Bellingham are, there will come a day when they do not bail underperforming teammates and their head coach out. Anthony Gordon had an outstanding impact off the bench, with a part in both goals against DR Congo. But it was a frustrating day for Marcus Rashford and Noni Madueke, while Tuchel is still clearly wary of overexerting Bukayo Saka as he manages an Achilles problem. Kane and Bellingham revel in responsibility as England's leaders, but it is about time others shared the burden around at this World Cup. Does Tuchel know his best team? If Tuchel does know his best team, he is hiding it well, and the amount of shuffling on the flanks and in defense suggests he does not. The right-back position is becoming a poisoned chalice, either because of injuries or loss of form, and the sight of Declan Rice, the glue that holds England together as a performer of the highest class in midfield, ending the win against DR Congo at right-back once again hinted at confusion. Tuchel has self-inflicted wounds because of his selection of two players with a history of injury problems in Tino Livramento and Reece James. Livramento did not even make the World Cup, while there is still no date for James's return from another hamstring injury. Jarell Quansah, a natural central defender for Liverpool, then Bayer Leverkusen, played there against Panama, but was injured and missed the victory over DR Congo when Diez Spence played the first 70 minutes at right-back. Ex-England captain Alan Shearer told BBC Sport after that win, "Defensively, there were far too many holes in the back four, and when we did give chances away, they scored from their first one. Should have scored with the Yoana Wissa one." Putting Declan Rice to right-back worked because he was the one that got forward and played a part in the second goal, so Tuchel has a decision to make. If you asked me before the game, I would have been very reluctant, but he can add a little bit of quality where we have lacked with the players we have picked up to now. Rice, however, surely offers too much in midfield, so right-back must be a non-starter. If he did actually end up there again, it would be an admission by Tuchel that he got his squad horribly wrong. Asked whether Rice should play at right-back, ex-England defender Micah Richards said, "No, I wouldn't. I feel he can give too much in that central midfield area. If you're going into the Mexico game, which is going to be at altitude, you need his energy in midfield. I would go with Ezri Konsa at right back and put John Stones alongside Mark Gahey. That is a better balance for the team." Stones has been left out after starting the win against Croatia. His experience could be invaluable in the Azteca hothouse, especially after Konsa and Gahey went missing for Brian Sapanga's goal. Former England captain Wayne Rooney added, "For me, there are big concerns. In particular, when England lose the ball, they are so open. Against a better team, I think we're in big trouble if we don't sort that out. We're so open in midfield." Throwing in the constant changing on the flanks, it all adds up to Tuchel still having serious questions about his first-choice side. England still lack creation. The debate has raged over Tuchel's exclusion of natural creators, such as Chelsea's Cole Palmer and Manchester City midfielder Phil Foden from his World Cup squad. It is easy to say in hindsight, as they both had poor seasons at club level. Nottingham Forest's Morgan Gibbs-White and Bournemouth's Alex Scott had bigger claims, but were also ignored. There is no doubt, however, that England have lacked creative force, especially in the goalless draw against Ghana. Brentford's Jordan Henderson, now 36, will only be used as a substitute. Once again, the question should be asked, would his place have been better served taken by Gibbs-White or Scott? Or even Palmer or Foden? Foden was used as a false nine in the Wembley loss to Japan, but the experiment failed and effectively finished his World Cup hopes. If England go deeper into the World Cup, they will need match-shifting moments. As flagged up before, they cannot and should not rely on Kane and Bellingham every time. Has anyone seen Toney and Watkins? The biggest pre-World Cup worry for England was how they would cope should any misfortune befall Captain Kane. Tuchel went through the card, using Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Dominic Solanke in the March friendlies against Uruguay and Japan. Clearly unconvinced, he went with Aston Villa's Ollie Watkins after a fine end to the season, and Ivan Toney, who's playing in the Saudi Pro League with Al Ahly. Toney was the big left field pick, not figuring for the national side for a year following a 3-minute appearance as a substitute when England lost a friendly against Senegal in June 2025, and yet suddenly parachuted back into the World Cup squad. Fortunately, Kane is fit and firing, and then some. But has Tuchel really got full faith in Watkins and Toney? In England's 4 games so far, Toney has been nowhere to be seen, while Watkins got 6 minutes as a substitute in place of Kane with victory assured against Panama. When England needed a goal in the stalemate against Ghana, Toney and Watkins were ignored as Tuchel sent on Saka, Rashford, Eberici Eze, and Morgan Wadros. When they were chasing the game against DR Congo, they once again remained seated. Tuchel said he had a time in mind for them to come on, which, seeing as Kane's winner came 4 minutes from the end, was presumably very late. Tuchel will